Welcome to ancient Overland in my beautiful camp spot in sunny Southern California in Sequoia National Park. Or no, National Forest. National Park's north of here. Anyway, I thought I would do a little review here of this solar panel and this power station. So, this, I got it under the towel because it's in direct sunlight and I don't want it to heat up, you know. Just trying to take care of the thing. It's been taking care of me for over a month now. Month and a few days I've been on the road, and this thing has been running since I left. The only time it turns off is when this plug comes undone, because that's what's charging it. So I don't know why. See, did you see it turn off? This wire's it's kind of sensitive. Well, I'm sort of in the way of it, but it's in pretty much direct sunlight, and it's only getting 42. I was getting 70 in New Mexico, so I don't know if it's just because I've been banging this thing around or what, but I don't know. It works. It never really goes above 60. That's the best that I've gotten it, and that was in the middle of the desert. But there's the smog here. But anyway, this thing's been keeping my fridge running since I left. Somehow, and it's because the plugs are sensitive. Somehow, twice now. Actually, it happened this morning too. It'll somehow get turned off. So I'm constantly checking to make sure that is working. And yeah, it's been great too. So I guess I should review this while I'm at it. So this is the Sunku. Get this out of there. Oh, and I made a cup holder. It works. It's a lot better than what I was doing. Nothing. So anyway, this thing's awesome. Keep all my food in there. I got milk and yogurt. There's some beers. I got chorizo, and I got all kinds of stuff. But anyway, yeah, it puts a good amount of stuff in there. So yeah, that's been great. And then the battery power station, it normally sits in my front seat right next to me, so I can see it at all times to make sure it's on. And I'm also charging it when I'm driving. Plug it into the cigarette lighter. That charges it real fast. 2, 3, 4 hours, it'll charge right back up from like half power. And I've been driving 4 hours each time I drive lately. But even just doing it for like a few minutes, it works out great. And I just have it on my Yongtong table because I don't want to put it directly on the ground. Also, got my mini laptop, so it keeps all my stuff charged. The solar panels, I don't know, they're cheap. It's $100 for these. They work, you know. What do you want? It's totally free from I'm consuming the sun. Actually, the power station is. But anyway, so it's been pretty great. Just got to keep an eye on it. I was looking at Jackery's. That's basically a Jackery clone, except it has 2 AC plugs on there. I think there's only one on the 500 Jackery. This is a 500 watt. Now, in cooler temperatures, I'm going to say like sub 80s, this fridge will not use barely any power. If it's in like 70s, then, you know, you'll run 3 days without having to charge it. But I don't ever want to get the battery below 20%. I heard that's like the death number, 20%. Uh, Once it goes under there, especially for the laptop too, I read that, you don't want it to ever go below 20% because it'll like kill the battery somehow, or I don't understand how it works. So I'm going to assume all batteries are like that and just be real careful and watch out. It's been awesome. The trip wouldn't be possible without it. It makes it possible for you to live in your car. So I know a lot of people might be trying to do that. Alright guys, so I thought I'd show you what I did today. I got real sick and tired of, I had a wire that I had to purchase separately. That's about from there to about there in size. And it just crapped out. Like it wouldn't pull anything off the panel. So I pulled out the uh, solar charge regulator or whatever, the little box that comes with the Dokio, and I plugged that in, and you can charge off USB, so you can plug your phone or anything that's USB, and it'll charge straight off the little box that comes with this solar panel. And anyway, I pulled that out and plugged the phone in, and it was working just fine. So I know it wasn't the panels. So that means it had to have been that little cord. So then I pulled out the cord that came with this, which is this long one. This really nice long one. And I could never use that before because it's using a weird connector. But it did come up with pretty much the exact same short cord, except it had that same connector on it. So I cut up that cord and it's just copper wire in there. So I just made a jumper cable and taped it up, and it works way better than this thing ever did when it was in condition like that with the other plug on it. So now, instead of the solar panel being limited to going that far, it goes all the way. I have extra. I could probably go way further out there, but I've always wanted to be able to park in the shade, and then have this be long enough to go over that far, so I could get shade and still be able to charge off of this. And I was a little worried because I didn't think I'd be able to charge it at all, but then I figured, it's just like any other battery, right? It's just a couple of wires, negative and positive. So I may actually twist these first to jumper the connection, see if it'll even work, and it did. So I was like, alright, well, I'll just cut up this wire that doesn't work and do it like this. And that way I don't have to cut up these two wires that do work, and if I ever want to use them, I just untape it. And now this thing's like 3 times as long. Oh man, it is so much better having that much extra of cord. I mean, I could still even move it further over there, but as you can see, I've got power stations sitting on my sandals, so they're not in direct contact with the ground. Why push it? Why put something on the ground that costs? I just checked. They're 389 or 380 or something on eBay. Wallen Power. I'm not endorsed by them. I like them. I think it's awesome. And then the Dokio. I'm using it's really a mic stand, but it's my tripod to point that towards the sun, and it gets it a little bit better juice going in there. So yeah, sometimes I'll use the little table. It's the first time I put them on sandals. You get creative when you have to move it around. But now I can move it around so much easier. I wouldn't have been able to use the solar panels parked where I am with it only being able to get to the battery. So making this wire work, game changer. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I had to open it and put it in here. That's why I did not do an open an unboxing, but here it is. Sun Q, totally Q. I had to take the handles off. Very easy to do. I'll probably put the screws back in there, but anyway, this thing is nice and big. I mean, it's huge actually, and it fits perfect back here. I can even put my seat down, plenty of room, and then the mattress will just fold over it. Should be fine. Alright, it's been 24 hours. This thing holding the temperature real nice, and it is silent. How much power did it take for 24 hours? And that's including the cool down period from it being room temp, and there's nothing in there. I haven't put anything in there, so it's probably got to work a little bit harder than it would if it had a bunch of cold stuff in it. That's right, 64%. And right now it's running. It's pulling, wow, 54 watts. I mean, it was in between 30 and 50 watts. But still, for it pulling that, and it's been running for 24 hours, I'm easily going to get 3 days out of this thing with no charge. That is pretty impressive.